Why we are still earthbound creation? Why we didn't progress to the space? Why we are not a spacefaring creation? Why we didn't industrialize the moon? Why we didn't terraform Mars? Why we didn't progress for asteroid mining for rare earth elements? Why we didn't find an Earth-like planet and colonize it? Today, most of the people live in the cities, and the artificial intelligence is taking over our jobs. Many jobs will be lost soon to the artificial intelligence. Even the couriers will be replaced by drones, and the driver will be replaced by self-driving cars. The people now are jobless and in poverty, and the crime rate increased and drug addiction increased, and the people cannot go out of the cities and establish their own farm because of the climate change, no water, and if there is water, the energy is expensive to pump the water out of the wells. The main thing, the people have existential crisis. They don't know what's the purpose of their life, why they are here. And the other part, the scientists are frustrated due to lack of economic support and appreciation. They need money to conduct their research and development. The money is accumulated with the minorities on top of the class system, and there is always a continuously widening wealth gap between the upper part and the lower part. The world is divided to many nations, and we are heading to a nuclear war that will destroy the entire earth. We believe the solution may be for every family to go and establish their own local farm, and we need to focus our attention to get a new renewable energy. So every family should get their local farm, and it should be a robotic controlled farm. Why? It's not fair for the family members to stay the whole day taking care of their plants and livestock. There will be no time for education. So the robotics should take care of their farm, and they should enjoy supervising the robotics. And the people need a transport system to go to hospitals and other services. It's not fair to go and destroy our earth using asphalt and build a road. It is the time for flying car to use renewable green energy. Also, the people need the best education, and it should be online education utilizing and entertaining 3D virtual education, and you need the strong computers to that. That's why we need a quantum computers. The internet service should reach everybody on Earth. That's why we need a satellite internet. Every family should get 3D printers to print out their innovation. Also, every family should get the best health system. Even automation, we should invest in more and more in automation. Those people should be free. They should be innovative and creative, and the robotics is the muscles. They should do job. So the human are the brain, and the robotics, the artificial intelligence, is the muscle. So when there are billions of farms, the earth become green. But how to do that? Now the money is accumulating with the top few percent of the people. The scientists need money for their research and development, and the poor people, they are looking for jobs, and they are stuck in debt and climate change. So if we give a small fraction of money, like 2.5% of money to the poor people, and now the poor people have money, and in the same time we invest, mobilize the money, and under scientific management, we produce what the poor people need. We produce local farm. We produce the best education, health, automation, transport, flying cars, and renewable energy. So the poor people now, they have the money, so they can buy this product, by the education and the health and renewable energy and the transport system. And when they got the best education, they will become themselves in the future scientists, and the poverty will disappear. So the future people will be scientists, and the money always will be supporting to innovative and creative people in the future. So the most important, we need a global system that will maximize wisdom. We need to follow a rules and regulation that lead to a stable, productive, sustainable socio-economic order. We need a system that lead to positive, secure, productive family and societies, and a system that lead to equality of opportunity. We need an economic system that support innovation, sustainable, productive economic system, and we need to eliminate poverty. And again, when every family has their own farms, sustainable life, the earth will be green and that will absorb the CO2 and the climate change will be reversed. All these plans should be done under scientific guidance, under scientific management. We need to unite it against coming threats like the volcanoes, tsunami, pandemics. The number of population in the future will increase. 200 years ago, the population number was 1 billion. Today, increased by 7 times. That means if the growth increased in the same rate, the population number after 200 years will be 50 billion. After 400 years from now will be 350 billion. 600 years from now will be more than 2 trillion. So we need to terraform the desert. And when the earth is full, we might need to terraform Mars. We need to protect our paradise, our garden from external threat like the solar flare or any asteroid that may hit the earth or the Mars and destroy our paradise. We need to progress on the space. We need to industrialize the moon. We need to bring our resource material from space like asteroid mining, searching for rare earth elements and other metal, which is necessary for our civilization. It is not wise to go to the earth and destroy our earth, our paradise, searching for that metals. We should mine the asteroid. We need to progress in the space and utilize the food station, the Europa moon, which is full of water, as a food station in our way in exploration of the space. And we should utilize the Titan, which is full of methane, as a gas station during our journey to explore the space. We need to look for any Earth-like planet and colonize it. So we have a common plan to do. But the question, what is that system will maximize the wisdom? And why we have to do all these plans together? Now, let us look to the history. If you look to all human-made systems are unstable, non-sustainable, mostly non-productive, and it collapses. And it's based on class system, where a group of people are in the top and another group of people in the bottom. For example, during Pharaoh system, the upper class enslaved the people, the scientists, and they forced them to build a great pyramid. But unfortunately, it was just a grave for a dead pharaoh. There is no wisdom. It's not a university. It is not a hospital. Another slavery system during the Greek and Roman, where the top people enslaved the lower class people, building a very wonderful piece of architecture, but unfortunately it was to worship Zeus, who was a child dependent on a milk of the goat in the middle of a cave, or buying and selling a slave and building a colosseum to feed the slaves to the lion. Or during the medieval ages, where the upper class, the nobles, the clergy, enslaved the lower class and ended by burning the scientists alive, and many civil wars and revolutions and millions of bloodshedding. Or Arab system, where the upper class fight each other and is enslaving the lower class of people, and they used to bury their girls alive. Then Islam spread rapidly, and a large group of people responded and they embraced Islam and they entered Islamic golden age.
Not all stars have names, but 2/3 of those that do have names have Arabic names. You go back 1,000 years, Islam, 800 to 1100. In that period, it's generally called the golden age of Islam, of Islamic science. Golden age, true gold. There was no greater golden age in the history of the world before or after. Algebra was invented in that period. Algebra is itself an Arabic word. Algorithm is an Arabic word. Our numerals are Arabic numerals. Mathematics took great leaps and bounds. Agriculture, engineering, medicine, navigation. Star maps were made to assist navigation. Astrolabes were crafted.
The people who rejected Islam entered in their dark ages and progressed to colonial system where the upper powerful nation enslaved the lower weak people, tortured them, and that ended in World War I and World War II. Then progress to capitalism and communism. And the communism system, it's another class system where the government in the top and the people are enslaved and only work in the field. So there is no place for innovation and creativity. And when you don't innovate and create, you die from hunger. And that's what happened. Many millions of people died of starvation. So the government is the brain and the people just a muscle. You are not allowed to think. The capitalism system, it's another class system where the money accumulated in the top part of the pyramid with the minority of people and the lower part are jobless and enslaved in debt and climate changes. The scientists, they did not receive enough economic support for their investigation and research and development. For example, nobody developed the vaccine for Ebola. Why to make vaccine for a people who can't pay? And this is the result of capitalism. The main problem of a capital system is the usury. If the people down here wants to take a loan of money, they take money and they pay more and more money, the interest. So the overall direction of economy of money is this way. And with the artificial intelligence, the people start to lose their jobs and the gap start to widen. The only thing is to do is to print money. And when the people have money, the demands will increase on the products. The products prices will increase. So they have to take loan and more loan, and that will widen the gap. And the most important, there is no effective way of redistribution. The income tax is not an effective redistribution mechanism. So you will end by accumulation of money in the top class. Maybe science and technology in the future is the solution. No, still, it is a human-made system. Things might go out of control and the robotics may soon figure that we are destroying the earth, the paradise that they are building, and they may get rid of us in a very smart way by feeding us to animals. And we will become just a carbon atoms in the carbon cycle. They will get rid of us in an eco-friendly way. Or a frustrated person might genetically engineer a pathogen that might kill us all. Or a genetic modification might progress from animals to human and will end like this. The earth is very small. The earth does not tolerate two competing systems. The earth tolerates only one system and must be the true system. During the Cold War, we landed the moon. We landed the moon because of space race during the Cold War. In the same time, we were about to destroy the earth during the Cuba crisis by nuclear war. After the Islamic Golden Age collapsed. The people divided and start fighting each other. They divided for political and religious reason. The people lost their interest in searching for wisdom and knowledge. They stopped building house of wisdom. They stopped building university and hospitals. The socio-economic order of the Muslims collapsed and they became weak, and they were invaded from the west by the Crusaders and from the east by the Mongol. Take this example. This is wonderful piece of architecture, but unfortunately it was built as a tomb for a dead wife of the Muslim emperor. It's not a university, it's not a hospital, the same as the pyramid of Egypt. The Muslims today are divided, fighting each other, and there is a rising sect, a rising dangerous system called the Shia system, where the people are forced to pay 20% to their religious leader. It is the same as the tithing and indulgence system during the Dark Ages. And why it's that dangerous? Because it's another manifest destiny. The religious leader believe that they have to spread their system all over the world by force and prepare the world for the guided one to come and rule the world. We have one true scientific golden age.
Generally called the golden age of Islam. of Islamic science. Golden age. True gold. There was no greater golden age in the history of the world before or after.
You are smarter than to follow an enslaving human-made class system. The only solution is to stay united and follow the rules and regulation of Allah. Allah, the creator of the universe. He created us and He wants to teach us wisdom. Allah sent for us many messengers with miracles to teach us wisdom. He broke the law of physics, of nature. He split the sea. He turned dead to life. He split the moon. He saved the entire ecosystem in one ship to prove to us that He is sincere in teaching us the wisdom. And all what we have to do is to follow His system, His religion that will maximize our intelligence, that will maximize the number of functioning, healthy synapses on Earth. Also, He designed an economic system will support that intelligence. To progress in the space, Allah gave us everything we need. He gave us the earth as our house in the habitable zone. He gave us the sun as energy. He gave us the asteroid as material resources. Allah, the creator of the universe, He subjected the whole universe for us. He said,
"And He placed at your service whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth. All is from Him. In that are signs for a people who think."
all what we need is to follow His system, follow His rules and regulations, and that will make us wise enough to progress in the space. Allah sent many messengers to teach us a system, a religion that will maximize our wisdom. The messengers, including Adam, Noah, Ibrahim, Moses, Jesus, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them, all of them came with one message: to stay united. Worship Allah alone. Submit to Allah. Submission to Allah means Islam. Follow the messenger. Follow Allah's rules and regulations. A system that will ensure equal opportunity for everybody. Equal chance. It's not a class system. Fix yourself. Take care of each other, and that will maximize our collective intelligence. Think about others. Think about the poor people. Fast to feel hungry as they feel, and then give them zakah. Do pilgrimage with other people to worship Allah and to practice equality. A rules and regulation that will stabilize the family and society. The more stable families, secure and positive family, the more stable and intelligent children in the future, the more innovative and creative. And then use your innovation, your intelligence to innovate products to help others. Sell your products and buy others' products. The money should always circulate, and with each cycle there is a productivity innovation. The cycle should not stop. No usury, no stealing, no monopoly, no gambling. And when a group of people became poor, activate the zakah system, and that the zakah system will take them back to this sustainable productive cycle. So it's a sustainable productive economic system designed by Allah, the one who designed the water cycle. The water recycle between the earth and the sky, and with each cycle there is a productivity. Let us go in some details about how the Islam will maximize our intelligence and our wisdom, and why Islam spread rapidly during the first golden age. The logic of Islam: Allah is the creator of everything, is the intelligent designer of this universe, the solar system, the expanding universe, amazing sea creations, the bird of paradise, the human body cells, the DNA, He also is the designer of the Islam. So all what we have to do is worship Allah, follow the rules and regulation of Islam, and that will maximize the intelligence and love on earth. Also, Allah designed an economic system that support the creativity, the intelligence, and with His guidance, with our intelligence and economy, we can change the earth to paradise, make it green, full of wisdom and thankfulness to Allah. But how the Islamic rules and regulation will maximize intelligence in earth? It's well known that stable, secure family will lead to intelligent people in the future. And Islamic rules and regulation will guarantee a stable, secure, productive family. How is that? Let us look to the brain development of the baby. This is the brain imaging of the growing child at 1 week and then at 10 years. What happens inside his brain? When the baby is born, his brain cells are disconnected. So his ability to use his brain to see, to learn, to talk, to hear is very limited. But with time, the brain cells start to be connected and transmit information. So he will be able to see, learn, talk, walk, and he will be able to use his hearing system. Then the functional connections will remain and the dysfunctional connection will be removed. The more strong, healthy, functional connections, the more intelligent the person he will be in the future. But how to maximize the number of these functional connections? There are many factors, including nutrition, but one of the known factors is the presence of positive, stimulating family. A family that stimulate the child, play with the child, talk to him, a family that show him colors, shapes, and stimulate him positively. And the mother is the primary intelligent maker. Why? Medical research showed that the brain of the mother will shrink with pregnancy because the mother is concentrated, focused, fine-tuned to take care of the growing baby. In other way around, her brain will shrink and the baby and the child brain will grow and develop in the normal way and will become intelligent in the future. So she does the most critical job on earth. That's why she should do her job without distraction in a fully protected environment and with a full commitment. Like a surgeon, he should do the operation in a very protected environment with a full commitment and without any distraction. The mother is the surgeon of the intelligence on earth. So no distraction. The man is in charge of the family. He is responsible to provide the basic needs of the family like the housing, the food, etc. The man can support up to 4 families provided justice. The man is responsible financially to support his wife. She should save her money and on top of that she got inheritance. By the way, in only 4 cases the females inherited less than men, while in 30 cases or more the females inherit more than the men. In some cases the male will not inherit anything. All the money will go to the female. Also, the mother should not be distracted mentally. Scientists and medical research studies found that during pregnancy and after pregnancy, the mother suffers from loss of memory. She might forget new people names and numbers, like memorizing a new phone numbers. And that's why she is excused from witnessing a debt contract or a loan agreement except in the presence of another woman. So she will remind her. Also, Allah doesn't want the woman to suffer. He took care of every fine details in her life. He wants her to stay healthy. If you look to the female external genitalia, the clitoris is surrounded by a skin called the prepuce. Adhesion may develop between the prepuce and the clitoris, leading to retained secretion and severe inflammation, known as clitoral phimosis, which may require surgical intervention to remove the prepuce, which this procedure is called circumcision. Female circumcision was mentioned in the medical literature many times as a solution to this problem. But female genital mutilation is prohibited in Islam. Also, the mother and the family should be protected. Hijab will protect the woman not to be hurt. The family should be protected. As we know, adultery will break the family in an irreversible way, will shatter the family, will damage the family. So adultery is punished in Islam with a severe punishment, may reach up to stoning. The mother should do her job with the full commitment, and if she decided to leave, if she became arrogant and we want to leave the family, of course the whole intelligence, as we said, will collapse. So it's the job of the husband to remind her, to advise her about the overall plan, about her importance in the family, her importance for the humanity. So he should advise her and then give her some time as a break to think. And if she insists to leave, he should discipline her. He should fight for her, even if it is required to hit her gently. Allah wants the man to act like a real man, a man who loves his wife in a positive way. Fight for his wife, fight for his love. Show her that you are ready to fight for her, to fight the whole world for her. Even if it's necessary to fight your wife in a very gentle way to get your wife. The mother is the surgeon of the intelligence on earth. Now imagine the surgeon decided to leave the operating room in the middle of critical operation. The patients will die. Or a pilot leaving his cabinet, the airplane will crash. Same thing here. If it's easy for the mother to leave, then the whole system will collapse. A remarkable goals need a remarkable disciplines. In summary, the more stable, positive, secure family, the more functioning brain synapses on earth. Allah designed an economic system that will support intelligence through a zakah system. What is the zakah? Zakah is a small fraction of money, of the wealth taken from the rich people, from the people who can afford zakah above the threshold, and give it directly to the poor people. For example, you give 2.5% of your cash money every year to the poor people. But wait a minute. If you give 2.5% from your wealth to the poor people every year, after 30 years, you will lose half of your money. And if you continue, you will lose most of your money. So what to do? The best is to invest in good ideas, good innovation, make business, and hire the poor people. So it is a system designed to eliminate the poverty by encouraging the investment, increasing the productivity, increasing the job, decreasing the prices, and encouraging the innovation. Also, zakah system is a safety guard against the increasing gap between the rich people and the poor people. Again, remarkable goals need a remarkable disciplines. That's why stealing money is punished by severe punishment, might reach to cutting the hand. Allah created us from nothing. He wants to teach us wisdom and to live happy life and to meet us in the paradise and enjoy happiness forever. We have a common enemy, the devil. He wants to take us to hell. Be careful. He will whisper in your head, you are smarter than to be a Muslim. He wants to stimulate your ego and he wants to take you to hell forever. Allah again wants us to live a life full of wisdom, happiness, love, and then meet him and enjoy a happy life forever in the paradise. Why Islam spread rapidly during the first golden age? The Islam spread rapidly. Actually, in the first century, the Islam spread from China to France. But why the Islam spread rapidly? When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came, calling the other people, the people from other system who followed a class system with people in top and enslaving people, and some of them used to do female infanticide and burying their girls alive on the sand. Initially, the people refused to accept Islam, mainly by the people who are on the top of this class system, and they started wars against the Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims. The Muslims had to defend their system, the productive socio-economic order, and all the Muslims were genuine in fighting and defending this system, including the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself, and even his wife, our mother Aisha, peace be upon her, the wife of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon her, was helping in a battle during her first year of marriage. When the people attacked the Muslims, even the Prophet's wife was helping in that battle during her first year of marriage. By the way, this indicates that she was fit mentally and physically to help in the battle. Of course, she was fit for marriage anyway. And when the Muslim won the battle, they don't go and kill the post-war prisoners. No, they take them and they distribute them to the families to feed them, to take care of them, to teach them about Islam and free them later when appropriate. And they were called right hand possession. It is the same idea of today, the probation. Instead of incarcerating the criminals in prison, you go and observe them, supervise them in the society, which is an effective way. Also, if the non-Muslim decided to join the Muslim state but refused to accept Islam, nobody went and execute them or kill them. No, all what they need to pay al-jizya, a small tax, same principle of zakah. The Muslim will pay zakah and the non-Muslim will pay al-jizya to achieve stability of the socio-economic order. Also, even the Muslim themselves, when a group of Muslim they refuse to pay zakah to the poor people, the other Muslim start fighting them and force them to pay zakah to maintain the stability of the system. And that's what's known as the apostasy war. So the non-Muslim start to understand this is a peaceful system and was introduced to them in a peaceful way. They took care of the post-war prisoners. They protected the non-Muslim who joined the Islamic land, and they did not force them to enter Islam. And they were genuine in defending this system. Otherwise, you will end by a class system where people in the top and people down, and always the class system in a bloody way, where the lower part of the pyramids will become hungry and eventually will revolt, and that will lead to revolutions and civil wars, and millions of people will die. And again, this is why the Islam spread rapidly from China to France in less than a century. But why the Islamic golden scientific age collapsed? Because the people changed their religion. Islam is fine-tuned, designed by the one, by Allah, who fine-tuned the universe. If you change anything of the fundamental physical constants, the universe collapses. If you change anything of the Islam, the rules and regulation, the socio-economic order will collapse. So the people divided and start fighting each other. They divided for political and religious reason against the teaching of Allah to stay united. Also, the people lost their interest in searching for wisdom and knowledge. They stopped building house of wisdom. They stopped building university and hospitals, and replaced the zakah at some stages by the feudal system. The socio-economic order of the Muslims collapsed, and they became weak, and the scientific golden age collapsed. Now, practically, how the Islam will change the earth to paradise? Allah designed the universe. He is the intelligent designer, and also He designed the Islam, and the Islam will maximize our intelligence and we will change the earth to paradise. But what do we need to change the earth to paradise? We need each family to have its local farm, and when you have billions and billions of farms, the earth will become green, and with that will absorb the CO2, will reverse the climate changes, with very precaution not to destroy animal and plant habitat, and to maintain the ecosystem. Under the guidance of the scientist, under the guidance of the expert people in each field. Each family to have a local farms and stay innovative, creative, intelligence in the same time. Another way for the brain to work, each individual need a full stomach. So we need a robotic controlled farm to take care of our plants, our livestock. Even robotics will bring milk to us. Robotics will take care of our food, and even the robotics will prepare food for us. The robotics should do that. Otherwise, if the family are entrapped in their farm the whole day, there will be no time for education and innovation. Also, the people should not be entrapped in factories doing repetitive works. No, this is not the good picture. Actually, the artificial intelligence, the robotics should do the job, and those people should be freed, and they should become innovative and creative. And most of the future jobs will depend on the creativity of the human. So the human will be the brain and the robotics will be the muscles. The people should not be entrapped in the hospital, so we need the best health system. We found medicine in strange places, like the penicillin mold, and from the saliva of the cows, the snake poison, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised a group of sick people to seek medicine in camel urine. We need a system that will maximize the number of scientists, and an economic system will support the scientists to find vaccines for pandemics and other diseases. The people should not entrapped in the street, traveling on their feet or even traveling by cars. No, they should have a flying cars and even a drone for shopping. For the brain to work, we need education. So we need online 3D education, virtual education, and so we need a very strong and fast computers. That's why we need the quantum computing. We need internet. So for everybody on earth should have his internet through satellite internet. Each family or each member should have a 3D printer to print out his innovation and his creativity. In this way, we can make the earth paradise. Allah said in the Holy Quran,
I said, ask your Lord for forgiveness. He is forgiving. He will let loose the sky upon you in torrents, and provide you with wealth and children, and a lot for you gardens, and a lot for you rivers. What is the matter with you, that you do not appreciate God's greatness?
But what do we need to make the earth paradise? We need three things: intelligence, to maximize intelligence and love. We need energy, and we need material resources. But how to maximize the intelligence? How Allah designed a system that will maximize intelligence and love on earth. It's well known that stable, secure, positive family will produce an intelligent child, and in the future they will become intelligent, innovative, creative scholar and scientist. And Allah designed a rules and regulation for the family where everybody has his own duty and responsibility. Allah created the woman beautiful to attract their husbands, not to attract everybody else, so that why they wear hijab, not to be hurt. That will lead to a stable family. Also, anybody want to destroy the family by adultery, he will be punished severely. Allah designed an intelligent economic system that support our innovation based on zakah system. In the zakah system, the rich people are responsible for the poor people. So you must give around 2.5% of your wealth. It's like a wealth tax to the poor people every year. If you just continue to give the poor people 2.5% of your wealth, by 30 years, you will lose most of your, actually half of your money, and within your lifetime, you may lose most of your money. So what to do? You have to invest, mobilize the money, invest in good ideas. For example, give the money to the scientists to make online education service. In the same time, give zakat to the poor people. So the poor people, they have money, they will buy the online education service, and the money will come back to you. And then invest again, give the money to the scientists to make vaccine, like Ebola vaccine, for example, and give zakat to the poor people, and the poor people will buy that vaccine, and the money will come to you. Give the money to the scientists to innovate energy, flying cars, satellite, internet, and give zakat to the poor people to buy these products. Also, when you invest, you will create jobs to the poor people. When the poor people have online education, health, food, and all basic needs, they will never become a poor people. They will be elevated, and they will become innovative and creative in the future. So Allah designed an intelligent system, economic system, that will elevate the poor people and will make them scientists, scholar.
Allah will raise up to suitable ranks and degrees those of you who believe and who have been granted knowledge, and Allah is well acquainted with all you do.
What happened if you reverse this system? For example, if you give money to the student and you ask them to pay you back more and more money, which is the usury. For example, the student loan. You will end by financially enslaving our talent, our future innovative student forever. That's why Allah prohibited usury. You are not allowed to give money and to take more money. Also, stealing is prohibited in Islam and punished by severe punishment. Actually, the money should circulate, and with each circulation, innovation. So a sudden shift of money, accumulation of money, like gambling, usury, monopoly, stealing, is not allowed in Islam at all. Also, the inheritance, even the inheritance system is designed by Allah to prevent unjust accumulation of wealth. Now we have the intelligence, we need energy. For example, solar energy or wind energy, we need a green energy. So we must have intelligent people to find out the best renewable green energy. Also, we need a material resources. For example, to make touch screen of the tablets and phones, smartphones, we need a metal called indium tin oxide, which is one of the rare earth elements. It is not wise to go and destroy our earth searching for that elements. Maybe the best idea is to go and to do mining of the asteroid and to bring that metals from the sky. Now we created a paradise. Our earth is our garden. How to protect it? We need to defend our property from external and internal threats. For example, asteroid impact, we need to build our space defense system. Solar flare, we need to do something about that. And also we need to protect ourselves from internal disaster like pandemics, volcano eruptions, and tsunami, and to harvest the energy from the volcanoes to tsunami and utilize that energy. But there will be a problem in the future. The number of population, the believing, intelligent, loving people in the future will be too much for the earth to accommodate. Why is that? If you look to the human population growth, 200 years ago, the population number was 1 billion. Today, increased by 7 times. That means if the growth increased in the same rate, the population number after 200 years will be 50 billion. After 400 years from now will be 350 billion. 600 years from now will be more than 2 trillion. But everybody on earth embraced Islam, the population growth will suddenly increase in super exponential way. Why is that? Because we all become united with one loyalty to Allah and one identity to Islam. There will be no wars. And as we know, Allah wants to maximize wisdom on earth and increase the number of intelligent people. One of the way is by increasing fertility. That's why a man can marry up to 4 wives and support 4 families, provided justice and stability. And that will increase the number of intelligent people. Will be able to discover medicines, treatment for cancer, for cardiac disease, and vaccines. And that will prolong the life expectancy of the population, and the people will live longer. So there will be more people coming to earth, more intelligent people coming to earth, and less people leaving the earth. So we need to terraform the desert, and I think we have to terraform Mars. Allah said in the Quran,
"And he placed at your service whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth. All is from him. In that are signs for a people who think."
Give a thought, just think. Use your brain. Allah will love you too much if you use your brain in the right system. Finally, we must know that Allah created us from nothing. He wants to teach us wisdom, and we must stay thankful to Him. We must fill the universe with thankfulness to Allah. Allah wants to meet us in the paradise and to enjoy happiness forever.
As for the righteous, they will be in a secure place, amidst gardens and springs.
We have to unite against our enemy, the Satan, the devil. He wants to take us to hell forever. Think yourself, find the truth. Don't follow others blindly. Allah hates arrogant people who believe they are superior to others, smarter than others, more privileged, more powerful, more noble than others, and they doubt the truth.
Seize him and drag him into the midst of hell. Then pour over his head the suffering of the inferno. Taste, you who were powerful and noble. This is what you used to doubt.
It's very important to know Allah created Adam, our father Adam, from the earth, And in the paradise, he asked him to teach the angels. After he taught the angels, he asked the angels to prostrate down to Adam. So they showed respect to Adam, the teacher, the intelligent new creation who is able to learn and teach. And that's why he was elevated due to his intellectual ability. When Adam disobeyed Allah and followed his desire, followed the devil, he was asked to descend to the earth with the devil. So we inherited the intelligence from our father Adam. That intelligence, one day the angels prostrated too. So we have to unite again and maximize the efficiency of that intelligence. And the devil is actively working to take us with him to the hell forever.
Then I will come at them from before them, and from behind them, and from their right, and from their left, and you will not find most of them appreciative.
But Allah wants to teach us wisdom and to see him in the paradise and to enjoy happiness forever.
For those whose hopes are in the meeting with Allah in the hereafter, let them strive. For the term appointed by Allah is surely coming, and He hears and knows all things.
So we have a plan. We need a system that leads to stable, positive families and society, produce intelligent people, and we need an economic system that supports innovative minds to change the earth to paradise and will fill it with intelligent, loving, wise people, thankful to Allah, and we explore the space and we fill it with intelligent, loving, thankful people to Allah. And our aim in this life is to maximize thankfulness and gratefulness to Him. The more we explore the universe, the more we know about Allah, the creator of the universe, the most powerful, the all-knowing, the merciful Allah, who is teaching us, actively taking care of us, actively wants to love us. He wants to establish a relationship with Him. He wants us to love Him based on knowledge. And we stay happy, full of hope that one day we will meet Him in the paradise and enjoy happiness forever.
And if you turn away, he will replace you with another people, and they will not be like you.